Ooh, that sound though.
Linn,
Let's go! Do what I do! Work like I still got something to prove! Let's go! All I do! Work like I still got something to prove!
I haven't even said a line yet. I've had a busy year. I've been gone all of January. I'm in the middle of, we're just about halfway, a little over halfway of my now more than ever 8-week challenge, which every single challenge I ever do, I try to do it with them. And I was in Florida and then Cabo and then a week vacation. So trying my best to keep it together. But finishing up that, I got a lot of plans for DLB Daily, working with a nutritionist. I'm like hoping to have a actual nutritionist on staff with me, because I think with DLB Daily, I give you the basics, but I want people to actually have more, or the availability to seek out more if they're trying to do more. So I get you in the right direction, and then I'm possibly going to have somebody I'm working with that's also going to develop more content nutrition wise, because that's not my passion. My passion is the training. So I want to team up with someone who is more passionate about the nutrition side of things. So pretty excited for that, because I think it's going to help grow DLB Daily. And at the end of it is, I'm looking to actually help people. And I think that's what most people struggle with, is the nutrition side of things. There's way too much information out there. I mean, even I get confused. So having someone that knows their shit, I think is going to be super helpful. So anyone that is struggling, this will be a way to conquer it. Oh, and next up, so we used to do these all the time. We used to hold more events. Back when we lived in Pennsylvania, we had a humongous 40,000 square foot warehouse. And if you've been following me for a while, then you might remember the Warehouse gym camps. They were super fun. We would do one a month, have a guest. I mean, Flex Lewis was there, Evan Centropani, Kai Green, Steve Cook. We had just the top of the top, because I know everybody. I'm friends with everybody. So to get someone else involved with it was super fun and super easy. And then it also made each event different. So if you came to the first one, you're like, oh my God, Evan Centropani's at the next one. I want to come to that one. So we want to kind of bring that back. So we're starting off with the first ever, we're calling it momentum. Just a word to describe what we all want to do is to build momentum in whatever you're looking, build momentum in your fitness journey, build momentum in business. So it's called Momentum. It's a DLB 3-day fitness retreat out here in Montana. So we'll be opening up our gym and the Flagler headquarters for the first time. Well, actually for the second time. We only had one other event here. So we want to start doing more events. So this will be the first one. It is May 3rd, 4th, and 5th. We'll have a variety of different packages that you can buy if you just want to come for the 1 day versus if you want to come to the 3-day. We'll have different packages available for that. So we'll be discussing principles of, and obviously what I was talking about before, the girl that I am inviting to this is the girl that I'm starting to work with. Her name is Gianna. So I'm thinking she might lead the nutrition aspect of it. I'll be up there too, kind of talking about how I changed my nutrition from competing to now just everyday life. And then get principles from her. We'll do training, we'll do mindset. We'll obviously be training in the gym. We also want to incorporate a little bit of business into it, because one of the most expanding jobs out there are like being an influencer, and I am actually an influencer. So we'll do even like this business side of, having a business in the fitness industry, whether you're a coach, trainer, maybe you're an influencer working with other companies, getting sponsorships. So it's really open to anyone that is either starting a fitness journey and you just want more information. Maybe you just want to learn from me, train with me, come out, hang out with me all weekend, which now leads us to what I wanted to talk about today on the podcast, which is, being on social media is hard. It's hard. No matter how long you've been doing it, I still struggle with it. And I think everybody does, from a variety of different things, from struggling what to post, like what to say, comments, likes, maybe your stuff's not getting likes. And that's something to deal with. It's an emotional roller coaster. But the thing I think most people struggle with is just like when people get, negative feedback. It's something that I've dealt with throughout my whole career. I think it's a lot better now, but when I first got into social media and like putting myself out there, and you have to realize you don't have to do this. Nobody has to. You don't have to post a picture of yourself. You don't have to post videos of yourself. So if you choose to do that, you're putting it onto a public forum, which it goes out and it's out to the world. Everybody can see it. And everybody has an opinion. And their opinion might not always be nice. And that's something I dealt with a lot, especially at the beginning, because when I first got into lifting and just getting into the fitness industry itself, I didn't look the part. This is many years ago. Girls didn't have like lots of muscle. Actually, when I started, most girls didn't train at all. It's now become a more common thing, honestly, within the last 5, 6 to 8 years. Now you go to the gym and it's like 50-50. There's guys, there's girls, everyone's lifting. It's cool to have muscle now. But when I started, it was not cool to have muscle. It was an absolute phenomenon. So I would get these comments and I'm posting and I feel like I look great. I'm like, yeah, I got muscles, I got shoulders. I'm actually starting to like my body. And I come from a background of not liking my body. And I found the gym and it actually made me start appreciating my body, and I actually liked it. And then I started posting on the internet, but nobody else liked it. And it's a lot to deal with, because you're like, whoa, am I delusional or something? Do I think I look good and I actually don't look good? So it kind of makes you like overthink what you're doing. And I think at the end of the day, I always tell people, there was something, if you can post something. Rob told me one thing. This is probably the biggest lesson and kind of what changed my thinking of how I deal with social media. He said to me, and this is back before you could post like Instagram reels. It was just literally photos. So I would post a photo and half the comments would be like, you're gross, you're ugly, you look like a man, where's your dick, where are your boobs? Just lots and lots of people did not like the way I looked. And he sat me down and he told me, he's like, Day, you don't understand how powerful you are. He's like, the fact that you can post an image of yourself, just post a picture of yourself, and you can stop people in their tracks and evoke so much emotion that they feel, whether, obviously, I would much rather a positive feeling, but even if it's a negative feeling, I evoke so much emotion in people that they have to tell me how much they hate me, how gross I am, how ugly I am. He's like, that's a fucking superpower. Just you yourself, you don't say anything, you just posting a picture of yourself, you evoke emotion in people and they don't know what to do and they have to tell you about it. That's fucking power. And from that point on, I was like, holy shit, it really is. Because when you think about it, it's like, if you like, you invoke a lot of emotion because most of that emotion is coming from themselves. That's how I see the internet. It's generally how you act on the internet is like a direct mirror of yourself. So if you're posting, if you're one of those people that post like mean stuff or negative things to people, it's a direct mirror on yourself. You're not okay with yourself. And if I can be your scapegoat to make yourself feel better, go for it. You can tell me anything. But the fact that I can stop someone in their tracks and take time out of their day so that they can type something really mean to me, I just owned you. I just owned you for that 3 minutes. And you know what? Even when you get off my page, you're probably still thinking about me. That's a fucking superpower. And from that point on, I enjoy all the negative comments. And what you can do, here's another trick, is normally go click on that profile. I bet you that dude. And it's weird because most of my comments, they don't come from women. Hardly ever. Very, very rare. It's from men. It's from guys. So you bet that guy's living in his basement and he has cats. Just saying. He probably has a picture of his cat on his profile. But I always relate it like it's a direct mirror of themselves. You are projecting what you feel inside you. And if I can tell anybody, as long as you love the way you look, you are enjoying, and you might not be at your stage that you want to get to, but love the process, love where you're at, and be proud of it. And the other principle I always tell people is, you can change yourself, with diet, nutrition. You can change the way you look. You have to put the work in. You have to want to fix yourself. Now, there's going to be parts of you. Now, I had parts of me that I used to hate. They were my legs and they were my chest. They were parts of me I used to hide. There were years of my life that I didn't even wear shorts because I hated, my legs were big, and back then it was in to be skinny, like supermodel skinny. And I didn't have a chest and would do all sorts of things to hide those parts of me. And when you can finally, now there's parts of me, like my chest, no matter how much I diet, no matter how much I train, my boobs aren't going to grow. That's not something that happens. The parts of you that you can't change, you have to learn to accept them. And once you have finally accepted those parts of you as, okay, I can't change this, no matter what, you need to learn to actually love them, because that's what makes you you. That's what makes you unique. That's what makes you different. And the other superpower I have, besides evoking emotion, is I made those parts of me that I hated. Those are now the things that I'm most proud of. And I think I'm most proud of is because I didn't conform. I didn't follow what everyone else was telling me to do. Like I had judges when I was competing. I had judges telling me like, hey, you should go get a boob job. And because it wasn't my decision, as soon as you start making decisions based on somebody else's opinion, you have completely lost yourself. And I never did it. I never wanted them. It wasn't something I really wanted to do. I didn't really understand if you could bench with boobs. I guess I liked benching more than I liked boobs. But as soon as you start making decisions based on somebody else's opinion or based on impressing somebody else, you've lost yourself. So you need to learn to accept those parts of like, that's me. This is who I am. This is the way I'm built. I can't fix this. I'm going to love it no matter what. And if you can change those parts of you that you hate into the parts that you're most proud of, that is your second superpower. Guys, I don't do these all the time. This is something new to me, but what if you guys gave me topics to talk about? So this is one topic. So today's topic was, dealing with negativity. Like, how do you deal with negativity? How do you deal with even negativity with yourself? But if you would like more content like this, more me babbling at the camera, comment below some topics that maybe we can discuss, and we can do it on the next one. If not, that's it. That's all she wrote. This is one? Okay. Anyway, thank you guys for following. Hopefully you take a little bit from this, and we'll see you next time.